Alrighty, me doing last minute things. Just for a change. Okay. But yes, I am here. Ooh, I put my webcam somewhere different and it's weirding me out because it's looking at me from a different angle. So I'm just going to move it so it's a bit more what I'm used to. I do not like change. I am old. One of the last minute things before the stream, I realized I had to do a massive shit. Speaking of massive shits, Aidsy wants to join us. So I should send him a link. And then tell him that I sent him a link. Now he says won't be following it. Hello, Megalich and Annette, by the way. So yes, he said he doesn't have it in him to stay for a while, but he thought he'd come in and give an update, so I don't have to. But with Aidsy, just because I tell him there's a link, doesn't mean we're necessarily going to see him anytime in the next hour. And when he says, I can't stay for long, that on more than one occasion has been well over an hour. Like all the bottles just emptied, but I'm noticing some other ones that I probably need to pay a supplier a visit and get. Right, I need to text Aidsy and tell him that I sent him the link. Hello, Michael. Good evening to you. Yes, the room is very bright, isn't it? It's that time of year. What do we got? We got 1 to 2 weeks of the days getting longer. And very, very bright with the outside light. Pouring myself a drink. Clarified cocktail I made the other day. I haven't tasted it properly yet. It's whiskey and a bunch of liqueurs. I did have a little taste of it, and it tasted quite good. It tasted like whiskey lollies, basically. Traditional butterscotch actually has the flavor of scotch in it. This is, it's like whiskey lollies. Very fruity from the liqueurs that are in it. Oh, and Eddie on the Recorder League ciders. Yep, that's a good one. I like that. There you go. Megalich, this year's summer solstice, December 22nd. So almost exactly 2 weeks, slightly less than 2 weeks. Bernie on Facebook. Hello. Whoopsies to you too. Not sure why you're saying whoopsies, but, whoopsies. I just worry about the amount of sugar in Recorder League. He said having a drink that's got lots of liqueurs in it, so is actually really sugary. But, okay, yes, that ding was Aidsy. Again, he says, we'll be with you shortly. In Aidsy world, shortly can mean anywhere from 30 seconds to 30 minutes from now, or possibly not at all. But we'll see. Oh, no. He's at a wedding and got bored, so he's looking at the live stream. Can't really condone that behavior, Bernie. Happy to have you here, by all means. But I don't know. That feels like the sort of thing that would get you into trouble with the families of the bride and groom. No, it's suddenly changed to a Catholic school award show. I'm very confused now, Bernie. Hi, Safa. Yes, Megaleech, his view shortly would have changed if he'd had his legs amputated, but he didn't even have a hospital stay, which was just a tad surprising. And hello, Celtic King. Bernie, too many beers. Is it an open bar at the wedding? Mrs. Angry's lad has a couple of friends over tonight, a sort of a late birthday thing for him, and I promised to make them a couple of drinks. I've made them one. I made them a white lady, and I just told them to tell me if they were in the mood for another one. I'll make them on stream. As I said to them, I'd make drinks on stream anyway. Can make drinks for someone else. So Nettie's getting something to eat, which is probably a good idea if you're drinking the ciders. Bernie has lucked into an open bar, so cheers to you, sir. From a certain perspective, I have an open bar here, and that it's my bar and I can have what I want on it. But I paid for it all previously. Whiskey doesn't always work with clarified cocktails, because I do heaps just as experiments, and they're usually good. They're always interesting. They're usually good. This one's good. A lot of whiskey ones less so. Bernie, you jealous of the quality of the stream. The internet must be behaving fairly well tonight then, which is good. And I did buy not a top of the line camera, but I did buy a better camera during lockdown. Safra, it would indeed have been crap weather for a wedding in Victoria today. All right. Bottles arrived today from the Gospel Distillery, from whom I normally get rye whiskey because that's their specialty, rye whiskey. But they do make some liqueurs as well. And this one, they only have every now and then. It sells out almost straight away when they make it. They call it Yumbo Limoncello. It's their version of a limoncello. It's actually got a whiskey base, which is very unusual for limoncello. It normally has a very neutral spirit base. And yeah, this one actually has a rye whiskey base, which I think is going to be interesting. And this is their Amaro, which I'm going to taste. I hope it's not too bitter. I'll be upset if it's too bitter. Justin, hello. How are you, sir? Just look at how they've sealed these. Is there some way to get this off? Done that heat shrinking plastic thing. Has it got the dotted lines somewhere? I reckon friggin'. Wait, that looks like it. That looks like dotted lines going down the plastic. All right. That's one. The limoncello. Now I've got to. That's actually quite obvious, the dotted lines on this one. Okay. Well, that was easy. That was easy. Michael, you're ordering stock of ports and a liqueur, blue liqueur, white port, rum and raisin port, 6 of each. Wow. Those are all pretty wild, man. Here's the thing, yeah, I don't chipped a nail. Need to get a file onto that, or it's just going to get caught on things. Not sure how I did that. What would I get? I don't have any. Well, we've made a decision, have we? What's the next drink?
So we're thinking of trying the Palas.
The Parlez-vous Guelga.
Yeah.
Yes, I will make you that. That's an Irish whiskey and cognac drink. It's an interesting one. I went to all the trouble because when I found that online, they were calling it Parlez-vous Irish or something. And I was going, why did you bother to put the French for Parlez-vous and not the Irish for Irish? I have an Irish friend, and I said, can you actually translate it for me? And he says that. And I said, and how do you say it? Because I never know how to say Irish words. And it's Guelga. So There you go. Trivia about my drinks. Guelga. So yes, so it's got a French. Oh, that's one of these. That's too big for those little. Yeah. Okay. I will make that.
Thank you.
Got to make that. So they get to vote on a drink, and I make it.
Maybe a bitter one.
Cut it into quarters. Yeah, cut it into quarters and put that on. Mrs. Angry's very keen they get garnishes in their drink, so which they did appreciate actually. Last one was a lemon balm leaf, and they thought that was very cool. All right, my phone, because I made a cocktail menu for them. Parleyville Guelga, so cognac, Irish whiskey, Cointreau again, and Benedictine. Okay, I am definitely going to run out of Curacao. I mean, not run out. I mean, I need to go and buy another bottle. Need to. I must have it. I cannot be without it. All right, and this is a stirred cocktail. So, all right. Sorry, I'm just getting serving receptacles for it. All right, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, I think. Sorry, I'm wandering off the stream. Just getting some glasses, rinsing them. All right. 1. All right. 3. 4. It'd be funny if AIDSy's there waiting while I'm not there. But we'll see. All right. Rinsed the glasses. Where is my stirrer? All right. Oof, that was rude. It was very rude of me to just wander off and disappear. So, Justin, you're saying, Shovel, the US contracted Barnaby Joyce. Yes, for those who missed it, Deputy Prime Minister Barnaby Joyce has apparently contracted COVID while he was in the US. Hope he doesn't die. I don't wish death on people, not even him. You know, if you got really sick, had to quit public life, that'd be cool. All right. Put a bit of ice in my mixing glass. Right. Go. Okay. Okay, that is mostly missing. Fuck that. All right, fuck that. All right, that'll do. A little bit of ice. One Irish whiskey. Jameson's Stout Edition is what I have. And cognac. The Martell. There we go. Right. Cointreau and Benedictine. There is no room around me. It's ridiculous. Cointreau again. Or Curacao in my case. Benedictine is hiding in here. All right. Okay. Should we feel sympathy for the virus for contracting Barnaby Joyce? Can't be pleasant. Safa, I have to admit, I have not paid any attention to where Barnaby Joyce has been or where he may have contracted COVID. Because I care not for the man. All right. Watching anime in the next room, as befits 18-year-olds. Okay, that was weird. I'm sure that door just opened a bit more. Very weird. Okay, so what am I making? 3 ounces of cognac because I'm making all the drinks at once. All right. Pour it in the mixing glass. Mixing glass. That is not. Let's see. 3 ounces of Irish whiskey. All right. So that'd be 1.5 ounces of Curacao, which I'm very much almost out of now. Fucking hell. Almost poured it in the wrong glass. Safa, no, I'm not watching the cricket tests. I have zero interest in sport of any description. It just doesn't interest me. No problem with people who do like the sports. It's just not my bag, man. So yes, 99% safe bet with regarding to any sport whatsoever is angry watching it. It's a 99% safe bet. The answer is no. Because I'm just not into it. So, right, sorry. My hawthorn strainer. My hands are sticky. All right. This one's a bit less faffing about because it's stirred. I did see a thing about the tobacco ban in New Zealand. Fair call too. Hoodsy, hello. Spirit of the Earth having a Grand Bleu Shiraz circa 2016. Nice. Good for you. I really have to practice my stirring technique because it's very bad. Oh, that's a treat. That's a boozy treat, that one. Just going to pour out their little drinks. All right. A little bit in that one. A little bit in that one. A little bit in that one. A little bit more in that one. A little bit more in. It's like, making 3 drinks at once. Very convenient for me. Then I've got to try and get the drinks the same, which is a little bit of a hassle. How's that? That is very goddamn close. All right. I have done reasonably well in getting them the same amount. I'm just going to make a mess if I try and level them out. Fuck it. One has slightly more than the others. Back in a minute, just delivering some drinks. French cognac, Irish whiskey, and some liqueurs.
Thank you. It's like 3 different kinds of alcohol.
4. It's got orange curacao and Benedictine herbal liqueur in it as well. Okay. Deliver Ed. God, there is almost none of that left. All right. And here's me thinking I should stop buying bottles because I'm running out of shelf space. And now I'm emptying bottles. Yeah, Thane, hello. Powerful or likely to survive COVID. Can laugh at him getting it. Laugh at most things about doing. Fitzny Trollette. Is that some weird spam thing? That's weird. Safa, tobacco is much, much, much worse than alcohol. Orders of magnitude worse. And alcohol's bad. I'm sitting here drinking alcohol, but I won't flinch for a second and say alcohol's bad. Alcohol as a social ill causes really significant health issues. Tobacco is just the fucking worst, though. Tobacco is just abominable. Very bad. Coconut cleaver. How fun's December weather? Yes. There was a December day where some people had 37 Celsius and there was snow in the mountains. Yeah. La Nina, hey? What are you going to do? Plus side, certainly for the southeast of Australia, more rain than usual and lower fire risk than usual this summer. Downside really is that it makes fuel for future bushfire seasons. Speaking of downsides, there is none because Aisy's here.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How you doing, man?
Good, but you're so quiet.
Well, that's something at your end. No one has said any. And yeah, now you're causing echoes and stuff. So you've been fucking around with your system there, and what used to work perfectly now doesn't.
Haven't I promise?
Hmm.
Maybe I should fuck around with my system to see if I can get it to behave itself.
Yes, I see nothing but downside. Yeah, and there's an echo of me as well. So I don't know what you've changed to cause that problem. You say
I'll
that.
have a look in my thing. Yeah. You can probably still even see me because I've got the thing on.
No, I can't see you.
And now you sound perfect.
Can hear you.
And now you sound perfect.
So what probably is the wrong source is being used for sound. But I don't know what your setup is there. So I essentially have no useful advice to give you.
Because all I do is I go straight off the camera on the tablet and I go straight off the mic on the tablet. I didn't want to fuck around with any peripherals so that I wouldn't have to have this scenario. So,
well, you changed something. The act of switching off the camera, whatever you did,
yeah.
A, let you hear me more clearly. B, got rid of the echo. So things are not as straightforward as you think they are.
Absolutely.
Right.
Right. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to do that off. That's off. Right. Right. Okay. Keyboard fonts. Right. I'm going to do that. No, that's okay. Yep.
No, you're playing with stuff. I'm just looking at my new bottles. Okay, 22% alcohol, so it's nothing outrageous.
That's all right.
It's
Nothing-
it's liqueur. So
Pounds. Reduce
I might make
amounts.
this their recommended cocktail, and I mean I can just make it in my glass, so I can't be bothered stirring it up like a professional. I might just make it in my glass. So we'll see what's happening. So yep. So now I don't know if you've stopped talking or if you've changed another control, but I can't hear anything from you now. So I just thought I'd provide that little bit of information to you. You might just be lost in thought. But if you're not lost in thought, if you are speaking, we can't hear you. And the fact that while I've said that multiple times, we've heard nothing from you makes me think you've changed something else. And now your microphone's off. But I feel like now I can hear you. I just heard a noise. Now I can't anymore. So, yeah. So Justin, pouring rain with you. We had a little bit of rain. It didn't qualify as pouring rain. So it looked like it's... Ooh, well, there's a bit of rain about. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm just looking up Sydney to Canberra. And all the way down the east coast, Sydney, down the east coast to Bairnsdale in Victoria, is just storms and rain. There's some very light rain around my neck of the woods, but mucho rain, Sydney to Canberra and all down the east coast from there. So not surprised pouring rain on you, Justin. It certainly looks like it on the radar. All right. So I'm going to taste test my new beverage. In fact, I'm going to make a cocktail with the two beverage. Oh, maybe I want to... Okay. I've now got 3 sorts of cello fruit liqueurs. Boutique limoncello, a limoncello, and a mandarincello. I want to try them all side by side, I think. Michael, you're taking a group of school kids to Adventure World Geelong for the day. Is that the water park? That feels like that's going to be cold, which you really, really wouldn't expect in December. But I feel like that's going to be the case. And I probably don't need to tell Aidsy this, but I'm just going to throw it out one more time. In case you were wondering, I can't hear you. I would say something if I could hear you. Like, I can hear you, but I can't. So there you go. All right, now I'm just gonna taste test the cellos first, and then I'm gonna make a cocktail. So, getting my skull shot glasses. Limoncello's there, Mando and wine. All right. So, there we go. There we go. Okay, Michael. Yeah, it's a water park. That doesn't sound that appealing. Now I want to try the limoncello first. The rye whiskey base limoncello, a little bit different. Pour a little dram in there. Then I might have the Mando. Dram of the Mando in there. And I might have the lime. Nope, got sugar in the thread. Hazard with liqueurs. They have a lot of sugar in them. And the lid ends up getting stuck because sugar dries in there. Oh, wow. Michael, your sister and Orange has the fire going. I'm not surprised. That area, that's the area where I went to uni with Aidsy, who really is not appearing, is he? So I'm not sure what he's doing at his end, but we might see him in a while. That just smells like lemon. There might be a tiny whiskey in there, but it just smells like lemon, which is what you'd expect from limoncello. But room temperature, and then I'm going to put some ice in it. Yep. That's limoncello. That is absolutely limoncello. It's nice. The mandarin is sweeter, which again, mandarins sweeter than lemons. And finally, lime. Okay, that actually has the tartness of limes in it. It's not just lime in name. It's got a little bit of lime action going on. I'm going to chill them a bit. I almost always prefer drinks when they're cold. Put a teeny bit of ice in each of them. Chill them. Teeny bit of dilution. Maybe open up the flavors a bit. There we go. That's a bit more lemon now, quite honestly. I think it does have a little bit of whiskey flavor underneath it. Safa, if Berejiklian runs for politics anywhere, it is not that we really needed the evidence, but it is just further evidence of the complete moral vacuum that is the LNP. They're just contemptible. They are such fucking garbage. Oh God, I think Mimsy's hiding in a box over there. Weird noises from the corner of the room. I like the lime more with ice in it. And the Mando. This is the way. It's hard to resist that. They called this Mandarin liqueur Mando before the TV show The Mandalorian existed, but now, because he's Mando, it's a thing. Aussie Tech, hello, how you doing? There's a few people popping in to say hello tonight who haven't been in to say hello for a while, which is nice. I certainly don't know. Okay, I have real doubts that we're seeing AIDS here again. He's just disappeared into limbo over there. But if he pops up, I'll see him. Yes, sorry, I'm just going to... All right, now I might make a proper cocktail. I haven't tasted those. And I might put some bottles away to make my life easier. So, lime. Yeah, there you are, Mimsy. I thought I heard you babbling around down there. Oh, Jesus Christ, I just heard awful noises. I just heard awful noises and thought...
on.
Yeah, I'm getting the echo again. I got... Sorry, when you started making noises, I wasn't looking at the screen, and I thought it was...
Can you hear me okay now?
I can hear you, but there's an echo of me.
Right.
The echo of me
How
just
about
went
the
away.
echo now?
I don't hear it now. And I hear you.
You hear me, but you don't hear the echo.
And these are good things. Both of those are good things.
All right. Now, the camera's looking okay, so we'll take the settings off, and we'll put me there, and I can't see you but that's to be expected because I was fucking around with it. What I'm going to
Yep.
do is I'm going to leave and I'm going to come back, if that's
Okay.
all right.
Sure.
Okay, see you in a bit.
Alrighty. It's AZ's going with the switch it off, switch it back on approach, which, you know, is, if you work in IT support, you know, that's just science. Shieldsy, getting your second AstraZeneca shot next Wednesday. Nice. Nyeri, yes, I know. AZ does look different each, because he only pops up every now and then. And to do, you know, haircuts and facial hair variations have made him look different at different times during the year. But yes, it's a little bit weird. I'll give you that. But he's always looking different. So I'm gonna do this Yumbo cocktail. All right. So the gospel. Straight rye whiskey. Whiskey of choice at the moment because I got 2 bottles of it. I didn't mean to have 2 bottles of it. I just meant to have 1 bottle of it. And then I saw it on quite significant sale. And I thought, well, I'm getting another bottle while it's on sale. And that just makes it my whiskey of choice now. And AZ's making another attempt. How are we doing?
How's he doing? Is the echo back?
It sounded like it was. I'll need to talk. Yeah, it is. It really is. So I'm not sure what's happening at your end.
Man.
How about, I mean, I think the main thing you wanted to come on is give an update. Why don't you just do that? Tell the world what's been. Forget about your technical problems. Just
Okay, I'll do that. I'll forget
tell the
about the
people what's
technical
going
problems for now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And essentially, I'm not going to be in hospital for a little while, which is a good thing. We love that. And I'm going to be out and about, but I'm going to be slowed down significantly for 6 months. I'm not to do any exercise, but I'm to lose 30 kilos.
Okay.
And how am I going to do that, doctor? Well, you're not to do any exercise, but you've got to lose 30 kilos. So do you want to, how are we going to get that to happen? So what we want you to do is lose 30 kilos, but not do any exercise. That's good. I've got that part. I've got that part down. That part I've got written down. Could you tell me how we're going to achieve this? Yes. Good. I'll go then. Will I? Yes. You do that.
Unless they're going to
right.
prescribe you medical grade meth. I don't know what the
medical grade meth. Well, I can't ruin my teeth.
No, exactly right.
I wonder if you could. I wonder if you could fuck up your false teeth on meth. Like his meth problem was so bad, and he fucked up his false teeth. His body was trying to grab fucking phosphates and styrenes from the plastic in his teeth, and it all crumbled. That would be kind of cool. I wonder if I should go and I'll do that tomorrow. I've got to go into JB Hi-Fi and Kmart place tomorrow in Brunswick, and I might go and get a really cheap microphone and see if that does anything, in a really cheap speaker.
Honestly, what would probably make your life easier is a headset rather than a microphone and speaker. One that you can just plug into your iPad there. So that would probably simplify your life enormously.
Well, I've got things that are like that.
Yeah, if they're compatible with the iPad, I'd try using them.
Yeah,
We'll
I might
see.
give it a shot. Because I've got a thing.
Yeah.
This was the thing that I used to use in the old days. And it's a Logitech.
Yeah.
And it's already this might work straight away. We never know. Let's
It
try this.
might plug and play.
Hey?
It might plug and play. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Michael, I do sometimes buy from the wig seller in the city.
All right. Now that's all. Now we've got that going on.
No, unplug it.
Bad.
Is garlic and feedback and distortion bad? Because that's broken.
That was very broken.
Yeah.
Well, that's disappointing. I'll try and find something else.
Yeah. So you're also back to a bad echo for me. So
might even do some online research.
Yeah.
But anyway, if this is echoing like crazy, because it never used to.
Yeah.
And I haven't touched it. So something's different with it.
Yes.
Yeah. There's no listen to my voice on. There's no accessory features on. There's none of that. So I think I'll just have to go through it with a fine-tooth comb and see what I can do. In any case, why don't I leave you crazy cats to it? You've got some fine alcohols there in a square bottle. What did you have?
That's rye whiskey from Melbourne Distillery, the Gospel. Straight rye whiskey, 45% alcohol. Very nice.
Nice. Very
And
nice.
I got 2 liqueurs from them, got delivered today. A bitter Amaro and a limoncello.
Oh, that's nice.
And this cocktail actually has all 3. It has the rye whiskey, the limoncello, the bitter Amaro, and a couple of dashes of bitters in it. And it's a grown-up drink. It's quite nice.
Yeah. It's all very got an ice cube in it and everything.
That's the way I roll.
Well, I will see what I can do about my crazy sound profile, and then I'll
the echo's incidentally gone away. So
hey,
I'm going to try speaking again, but last time I spoke, I didn't hear any echo. It's okay. It's there, but it's quieter now. So something's going on.
Okay.
There also seems to be a
just give it a big
delay.
fucking clean.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that'll help.
Yeah.
All right. You have the best one, guys. I love yous all. I'll see yous.
Nice. So at least we got proof of life. So there you go. What's happening with AZ? That's happening with AZ. Didn't go to hospital. And we were very worried. When we talked on Sunday, we were worried because he was staring down another worst case scenario. Worst case scenario on Sunday was leg amputation, possibly 2 leg amputations. Monday, didn't even go. Well, I think he did actually see the medical people, but didn't have a hospital stay. So yet again, AZ stares down a worst case scenario, which he has a stunning track record of doing for the last 10 years and longer. Defying death, in fact, literally. Contracting illnesses that have a 95% fatality rate. Mimsy is wrestling with the sliding door trying to get out. You're so fucking annoying, Mimsy, honestly. She got it. She finally got it. Stupid. stupid cat. Oh dear. Yes. I'm just trying to be gentle with AZ, and he's going, but I didn't do anything. We'll go, well, you did. By definition, you did. Okay. I don't actually know how iPads work, but you've like fucked with something, and I'm not there, and I don't know enough about iPads to offer any even remotely helpful remote advice. But something's all fucky at that end. So, yeah. I've got some bitter things, and I'm not a big fan of bitter. But a whole bunch of drinks have bitter elements in them. And so this, which seems fine because it's in here and I'm not going, ooh, yuck, which I would be if it was Campari. I absolutely would be if it was Campari. So, so it seems like it's in my acceptable palate range for bitterness. Because a little bit of bitterness in some drinks is good, So it's a balance thing. So now that would make 3 bitter aperitifs I have to choose from. Might do a side-by-side taste on them and see how I like, but not in a hurry. I want to finish this first. The Yumbo. The Yumbo cocktail. Just a little sip. No, that's right. Because I think this is one. I think beer drinkers might like this because beer tends to be bitter. And I just realized with that sip, this one's got a really lightly bitter profile that I think is reminiscent of beer. Beer? I think it really weirds out various people around the world that Australians tend to turn beer into a 2-syllable word. And I find it very hard to say beer, to not make it a 2-syllable word. And I'm not sure that anyone else in the world does that apart from, Australians. Michael, I have not seen the movie The Last Unicorn, but I've seen some references to it recently. It's an animated film. Is that correct? And Shields, you got storms happening. Your end, Russell Island jetty's gone. Fun and Games temp jetty. What moves as you walk down it? God damn, dude. You're funny. Yes, Christofari, beer. It's very hard to not. Yes, I think Safa's doing the Simpsons one where Marge asks for coffee in Australia. And the guy goes, beer? And she goes, no, coffee. Beer? She goes, coffee. Beer? Yes. In my experience, it weirds out people in the rest of the world that Australians turn beer into a 2-syllable word. And and anytime I don't, it's because I made a super conscious effort to not do it. If I'm just relaxedly talking, I'm going to say beer. It's going to be 2 syllables, which is ridiculous. I don't know why we do it, but it's very hard for me to not do it. All right, Michael. So yes, The Last Unicorn. I think I didn't watch the video, but I saw a thumbnail, a title for a video on YouTube called "The Best Animated Movie You've Never Seen." And it was someone reviewing The Last Unicorn. And Safa, yes, I think country accents, the beer tends to be a bit thicker. Get up into the tropical north, and that's something else altogether. Man, it's like in Darwin, they talk so slow. Shieldsy, dude, if you hate the heat, that's your fault for living in Queensland. If you were living in Melbourne, you wouldn't be having the heat. It's like almost halfway through December, and we have had hardly any hot days, like 30 Celsius, very few days. And I don't know if it's going to be like this all summer because of La Nina, or if we're going to cop a beating in January, February, as we often do. It's very hard to be sure. Michael, I think you are right. Australia generally weirds out the rest of the world. I think that's a real thing. I think that is an absolutely fair call to make. Australia weirds out the rest of the world. I'm not sure what 2 days means, Michael. Where did I put my phone? Jesus. Like, for instance, let's talk about the weather, because that's really fucking happening live stream. Talking about weather. 2020. Ooh, shit. We're getting a 33 on Monday, according to the Bureau. And then a sharp drop on Tuesday. See, I don't mind it if you get one hot day, if the temperature drops the next day. Melbourne just does this friggin' shit. Usually in January, February, sometimes even March, but usually January, February, where we'll get 4 to 7 days of temperatures around 40 Celsius. But the worst part is it doesn't drop below 30 overnight. It fucking gets to you. I mean, okay if you have air conditioning. Only okay, though. It's just like a whole week of brutal weather like that just fucks you. It fucks you up. Yes, that was a song. Who's that? Was that Michael, the Scared Weird Little Guys? Welcome to Australia, where you might accidentally get killed. Chris, sorry, I should have translated that to freedom units. About 100 Fahrenheit. So if I do my little converter for temp, okay. So done. Okay, yeah. So 40 is 104 Fahrenheit, and 30 is 86. So yeah, we will get these bursts of weather. They can last 3 to 7 days, where the temperature varies between 85 and 105. Like, it regularly during the day hits 100 to 105 freedom units, and at night basically doesn't go below 85 or maybe 80. And that will fucking keep up for days. And day 3 is when it fucking kills you. 2 days of that in a row is harsh. Day 3 is when it really, really starts kicking you about. And sometimes it lasts for 7 days, and it's just fucked. And yes, Safra, I do remember when it was 46 for about 3 days in a row. That was just fucked. Christopher, when you moved from Queensland to WA, you'd wear your thin hoodie and track pants around the house, freezing while it was 32 outside. Thinking it's cold because no humidity. Yeah. Abigail, rumors to your death, greatly exaggerated. Fatigued, sore, depressed. That part was true. Still very much alive. Aidsy actually came in momentarily. He had technical difficulties, but he came in to provide proof of life. And I mean, he was looking remarkably good too, actually, considering the wars he's been in. So, yeah. But yes, we got a little proof of life visit from Aidsy. And we're just having weird technical problems. So, but, yeah. Yes, you like that. The 2 temperatures for an Australian summer. Damn hot, fucking damn hot. Yeah. I mean, but of course, huge variation depending where you are. As the smug folks in Tassie will tell us how they don't get those brutally hot days. I don't. Who remembers Yahoo Serious? The man, that guy was weird. And it was like, I don't think I've ever sat through any of his movies. So there was the one that was like the big hit, Young Einstein. I've seen bits of Young Einstein, but I don't think I've ever sat through it. I think I've seen like none of Reckless Kelly. And I feel like he had one other movie. I don't know. But the one thing I remember, there was a scene in Young Einstein where he's traveling, and he's like leaving his home to go somewhere. And so he shot all these different bits, and it's basically him walking through the different extremes of Australia. So he's walking through the snow in the mountains at one point. He's walking in the sandy desert at one point. He's in a rainforest at one point. It's probably at a beach at one point. I don't know. Oh, Michael, you're actually looking for a copy of Young Einstein at the moment. There you go. Nettie, you liked Yahoo Serious. Didn't we have a third film? I know Young Einstein was the big hit. And I remember there was one called Reckless Kelly. And I feel like there was a third one. And I can't remember it. I mean, I'm on the internet. I could just look. But Mr. Accident. That's it. Thanks, Michael. I knew there was a third one. And then he vanished. But yeah, hey, good on him. He had a moment in the Australian and indeed global zeitgeist with young Einstein. But I don't know. He didn't have staying power, or he didn't have more than one idea or something. But he got 3 films made. You can't fucking sneeze at that. Oh, that's interesting, Nettie. He worked upstairs from the engineers you were working for in the 90s. Neat. Yes, Christopher, there was a Young Einstein thing at Movie World in the 90s. Yes. Well, it was big. Young Einstein was friggin' huge. Did have a good soundtrack, too. Good Australian soundtrack. So, yes, when he was doing that, walking everywhere, showing the different extremes of Australia, is playing that classic Icehouse track, Great Southern Land, I think. Sometimes you worry you misremembered something because your brain can just put things in there and you're abso-fucking-lutely sure it's real. And then you say it to someone else and go, I remember, blah, 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 blah. And they just look at you like, the fuck is wrong with you? That's not a thing. That never happened. And you go, I'm pretty sure it happened. You go, no, it didn't. It really didn't. And it's very hard to accept the thing you think happened didn't happen. Because if I remember the rolling pin rolling up the table time in the Movie World thing. I think I went to Movie World on the Gold Coast twice in my life. And I think my daughter still remembers the story because the last time I went, she was a baby, like young Mr. Angry wasn't even born. And I was carrying around and her nappy leaked and I got shit all down the front of me. So I had to buy a souvenir t-shirt. It was a nice t-shirt. It was a Marvin the Martian t-shirt. But I think she still remembers because I complained about that her whole life. We're in Movie World and her nappy leaked and I just had this big shit stain down the front of my shirt. And I think I had to throw that shirt out. It might have been a white shirt that got stained. And but yes, then I bought a Marvin the Martian t-shirt. And I actually liked that shirt as well. So, it's okay. So Shieldsy, 1988 was Young Einstein. That sounds right. Yeah. Time friggin' flies is all I'm going to say. Time friggin' flies. Like I was watching a Philosophy Tube video today, her most recent one, and she talked about something that happened in the early 90s. Like that was a long time ago. That was before I was born. And I'm like, oh, fuck off. Only children were born after 1990. Adult people weren't born. And you go, oh, wait, you'd be 31 now if you're born in 1990. Shit. I'm old. Okay. I suppose I just have to deal with it. Deal with the fact I'm old. Oh, well. I grow old. I shall wear my trousers rolled. So she was a Reckless Kelly was in 1993. Yes, I am. See, one of the reasons I never saw Reckless Kelly is, in my opinion, it looked like fucking shit in the trailer, just in the trailer. Oh, Mr. Accident was 2000. There you go. I thought there was a big gap until Mr. Accident. But there was just this one bit I remember from the trailer. And oops, we've made a decision about a drink. Which
We have
what are we having?
Naughty Charles.
See, I put that in just because it's such a fun name. Okay, now the only question is, do you actually want me to make it with Scotch? Because the Scotch I have is like a super smoky. I have a bunch of other whiskies I can make it with. So I'd only make it with the Scotch if you're super into really smoky Scotches. I've got a bunch of really good whiskies, but look, okay, what I'm actually going to do.
In your expertise, what do you think?
I will give you.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Talisker 10-year-old.
10-year-old.
Which sounds super. It was $20 off.
20 bucks. I bet.
Jeez.
No, it wasn't $20. It was $20 off.
Oh,
So,
that's-
okay.
Yeah, which is so. Smell that, and yeah, one each. Here we go.
Oh my god, dude.
That is super
savage.
smoky.
That is savage.
It's not an Isla Scotch, which is notoriously
Wow.
See, I mean, it's really full on. I've got a lot of really good whiskies that aren't that smoky, so I can make it with that or one of the other whiskies. I know it's mad, isn't it? It's mad.
That is so smoky.
Goes down nicely though.
It's a nice
feel it,
whiskey.
yeah, you
It
can
is a
barely feel
nice
it.
whiskey. Smoky as hell. Just
Yeah, for
they
sure.
went mad on the peat with that one. That's
Would that go well with like the cherry though and all that?
yeah. Well, it's designed
No,
so.
it's that specific one. That's like,
Not that specific
Okay,
one,
right.
but Scotch.
Mm.
So a Naughty Charles, for those watching, is mostly whiskey, and then some cherry liqueur, white creme de cacao, and vermouth, and a splash of bitters. The other things that are going to tame that smoke down, basically, but that smoke's just going to kick through anything. So yeah, as I say, I've got a bunch of good whiskies there that I can use, or if you're feeling wild, I can make it with the smoky one.
After trying it, I think
I
something
feel
else.
like trying
Something-
the whiskey one.
Yeah. Okay.
That
So
one's pretty cool, but like, yeah, very overpowered.
If you don't mind me asking for a request, surely you have a drink with us as well. You know, might as well invite the
oh yeah. All right.
baker to drink at least one drink with us, right?
All right. Well, I'll make a Naughty Charles for me too. So okay, not mesquite smoked. That's also peat.
Yeah.
I know it's a fun name, the Naughty Charles. All right, this is probably my favourite whiskey. It's made right here in Melbourne.
Oh, is it a Melbourne man?
Yeah, Starwood down in Port Melbourne. The distillery's just down in Port
Oh, wow.
Melbourne.
That's closer than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, no. There's a lot of distilleries around Melbourne. That's a single malt.
What's it all Naughty Charles?
Whiskey, cherry liqueur, white creme de cacao, and vermouth.
So it's like smoky.
Is vermouth also alcoholic?
Yes, vermouth is a fortified wine, so it's a
okay.
wine base.
Because I remember hearing that name, but I wasn't sure if it was it had alcohol, sort of.
But-
just more flavor.
Relatively light. Like
Okay.
I've got about 4 vermouths in here.
That's another
Oh, is that-
easy one, isn't it?
Sweet vermouth. You see how red that is? That's
Yeah,
made
wow.
with red wine. There's other ones that are made that are less red, that aren't quite as sweet as this. But I might make it with this because that's going to go well. See, that's only 16% alcohol as
Hey,
opposed
that's not
to
bad for wine, yeah.
yeah. So well, it's fortified, so it's got some spirit in it. So that's why it's a little bit higher than
Because from what I remember, isn't the standard for wine like about 12%?
yeah.
Okay.
So it'll have a little bit of a spirit in it. What I've got to get cherry liqueur. It's back here. All right. The cherry liqueur is from Croatia, of all places. It's just what they sell at Dan Murphy's, but it's really good. And white creme de cacao. So there's chocolate.
Is the cherry one like how expensive is the cherry liqueur? Because usually
This
higher price, isn't it? Compared to other things?
this is a reasonably good price. It was Dan's. I forget because it's ages since I bought it because I don't use it that much. 31% alcohol.
All right.
So, and the chocolate liqueur is
Creme de cacao.
creme de cacao. That's 25%. So while this is another all alcohol component one, several of them aren't like full strength. So I'll just straight off.
Should we empty
You can rinse them if you want. Actually, maybe a good idea. But
Have the little vest here.
all right. So we'll all have a naughty Charles. It's just such a funny name. That's why I put it on there because it's a funny name.
What was the other one? Corpse reanimated or
Corpse Reviver.
Revive, sorry.
Corpse. And there's a couple of riffs on that Cadaver Reviver and Deceased Gentleman. And people love doing riffs on all that. They love wordplay in drinks. All right. See. All right. So how much of this am I meant to put in? All right. So making enough for all of us.
Don't mind me watching.
No, go for it. So this, we're talking before about stirred and shaken. If a cocktail's all alcohol, you stir it. You shake it if it's got citrus or sort of milk or cream or something you want to foam, like the foamy one we had.
Is there more to like incorporate it altogether?
It's to incorporate it, chill it, and dilute it a little bit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Whereas shaking just really incorporates stuff. So that's why you do it with stuff like citrus that you want it to really permeate. Right. What am I doing? Cherry liqueur. I put it there. Okay. Cherry liqueur.
Oh, so this one should have cherry in it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Break out the cherry. For Eva's very, very concerned that you have garnishes in the drinks. That's how the cherries are our favorite. What am I doing? Did I show you the creme de cacao? No, I just put it here. God, I'm going crazy. That's okay. Creme de cacao. Yeah, okay. Normally I'd make them individually. It's like, hell, I'm just going to quickly batch them all up. We'll make it in one go. And sweep vermouth. This is going to be a very red drink. Yeah. Yeah. Now, this is a good one. Now just oh, man. Okay, come on. For the folks not at home, well, actually, it's probably just showing up as black on the live stream because you're not getting any light coming through it. But it's a very nice ruby color with some light coming through it.
Oh, that's the
Yeah, it's called Wonder Foam. So, hot damn. Oh my God. That's a good drink. Okay. So, pour a couple of oot.
pretty good.
Yeah, like the color of it, as you said, it's not too dark, but it has that ruby color look to it.
Pour some in my glass. Oh yeah, no. It's, and we need.
Not holding back, eh? Damn.
Got to put a cherry in each one as well.
Yeah, it just makes it special, right?
Yeah, exactly. Treat yourself. It's a party. So a little bit more cherry in there. There we go.
Good stuff.
Very nice.
Hell yeah.
All right, enjoy, lads.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers. Take a sip.
Oh,
Yeah.
Damn, that's nice.
That's a good drink. Very. There's all the as it goes down, the different flavors kind of work their way through. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah. Right.
Thank you again.
Enjoy, lads. No problem.
You too. What's your pleasure?
Yeah, thanks, man. All right, I'm gonna put a cherry in my drink because I like. Oh man, some cherry syrup on my fucking chair. Ugh. Wait, there's the lid. All right. Turn the cushion over. They just got cherry syrup on it. Oh god. Okay. We're doing wrong Russians. Oh, sorry. We're talking about the rum core. Yeah, the whole thing. You might hear about the rum rebellion. Last I read about, someone saying it's kind of overstated. Coming in wanting a naughty Charles because everyone's saying how good it is. Do you want one? Yep. Okay. My excuse to buy some more of my favorites because I'm emptying some of my bottles. All right. So whiskey. Yep. Chocolat. Oh, I didn't put bitters in it. Oh well. Sure they'll survive.
Oh, they didn't get bitters.
They didn't even get lemon juice in the White Lady. I don't think I put lemon juice in it. No, it's this. You're just getting the citrus from the curacao. Because it's a dry curacao, it's not that sweet. Yeah, I think I forgot to put lemon juice in it. Doo-doo. And where to put the stirring spoon? There it is. Stir this one down. A little bit of cocktail ASMR of clinking ice. Robot Man Greg, hello, sir. This is a good drink. Skewers are over there if you want to skewer. All right, so the Naughty Charles is a hit. I haven't made a Naughty Charles in a little while, actually. It's like, oh, wow. Holy shit, Micros, your dad got COVID. I hope he's okay, man. I mean, in the overwhelming majority of cases, yeah, people are okay. But it's a bit scary because mostly is not all. So I hope he's okay, man. So Mike is saying AZ should research the Out of Australia party. Theory, Out of Australia theory. Okay. Yes, after talking about Australia, the currency, I think British currency was the Australian currency possibly until Federation. I'm not very good with history, quite honestly. Look, I've got this tiny amount of whiskey. It's actually not a tiny amount. That's probably 2 ounces. Make a drink with that. Maybe not tonight. It's already 9:15. So Micro is vaccinated. Okay. So vaccination immediately 90% reduces chance of serious illness. So there's that. That's a huge plus. So yeah, you'd have a very, very strong chance that it won't feel any worse than a cold. But again, sending all the positivity, hoping is okay. Because every time I think about it, man, every time I think about COVID, it's like, Oof, I would fucking freak out if I got COVID. Be so worried about complications. But, double vaccinated, realistically, the chance of serious illness is just vastly reduced. So, yeah. Yeah, no, Micro, I think we stay positive, man. Being vaccinated, all the evidence is that provides just huge protection against serious illness. So we'll just maintain a positive vibe. We're all sending positive vibes to Micro USB's dad. And yes, all being well, hopefully. Michael, it was 1966 we changed to decimal currency, I think. But they do retire coins from circulation. So there is that, because, of course, the coins start to wear down. So the banks periodically send older coins back to the mint, where they get melted down, turned into new coins. Yes, Safa, there was that silly song about the decimal currency in 1966. Micro, it's cold outside. You don't want to go out and get your booster. Yeah, we keep waiting to see if they're going to change the advice for boosters here. Currently, the advice is 6 months after your second dose, get a third dose. Omicron might change that. Who knows? Abigail, super stressed and depressed. Oh, no. Serious financial problems the next few weeks. Okay. Yes. Tech support, code, 3D printed. Abigail's your person. So have I heard about the EAUD? There was some reference, someone in the government talking about Australia should have an electronic currency, and I don't know what any of the details of it are. Safa, I think Moderna did get the official approval for a third shot this week. I think it got the official approval this week to be a third shot. So it'll be, well, won't it be fun to see? I'm not due under the current rules to get a booster in the GEO. Oh, right. Sorry, you're giving people skewers. Sorry, I didn't know what you were saying. All the unused ones over here. A whole bag of them. Given the lads skewers for their cherries. I just dropped them in their glasses. I thought they'd be fine with that. Little condoms on the end of them for the pointy bit. Yeah, no, Michael, the decimal currency was in fact 66. So, yeah. So it'll be lottery. I don't know. I'm not due for a booster for like 2 months, 3 months. I don't even know. 2-3 months. Time is friggin' meaningless at the moment. And I don't know if I'll end up with Pfizer or Moderna for a third shot, because I had AstraZeneca for my first two. So we'll see what happens. Michael, you're in April. Safa, you're in January. Nice. I seriously don't remember. I don't remember. Wait, it probably says shit on my MyGov thing, doesn't it? Service Victoria. No, I've got my check in manually. No. Oh, come on, Wes. Why can't you just bring up my certificate? Uh, no, I added my digital certificate to the COVID Victoria. God damn it. I was just looking for the date of when I friggin' got. Oh, wait, maybe it's there. I'm an idiot. Oh, Christ. Email and password. I give up at this point. Right. I don't remember. I give up. I friggin' give up. Chris getting a booster next week. Nice. And yes, Marco, I did see that thing about that school shooting and the parents getting charged, which is super weird. And yes, the kid absolutely seemed to be a fucking freak. Safa Michael at 1970 is not going to remember English pounds. In fact, I think it was Australian pounds after Federation. I think Australia had its own currency after 1900. I don't think we used British currency after 1900. We did have pounds and pence and shillings and crap like that, but it was Australian currency. It's just that it turned decimal from 1966. There was probably a crossover period where you could still use pounds and crap, but it was Australian pounds, not English pounds. Michael, you got a hard copy of the cert to save the heartache. Fair enough. I did get the little card, and I don't know where it is, the little card that says the dates when you got it. I don't know, man. I don't know. The world's too complicated. How do you open a... Sorry, now I just want to go full boomer and just go, how do you open a PDF? Oh, nice. Safi found a 1943 coin at the bus stop. If it's worth as a collector's item. If you just found it, probably not much. But coin collecting is a weird pastime, and you never know. Yes, it's a weird old time. You know what happens in England sometimes? People, and this keeps happening, sometimes people find like a cache of Roman coins. And there are really strict laws like, you know, you're not allowed to keep them. You have to sort of declare that you found them, and the government takes them. So you do periodically get people who find a cache of Roman coins trying to sell them on the black market. They almost always get caught. Marco, your co-workers went to Kinko's, got a vac card, shrank down, laminated. Nice. Mr. your colleague had a booster yesterday asking about side effects or not much else. From what I have heard, people are feeling almost no reaction to third shots. Like I had AstraZeneca. AstraZeneca, the first one, was the one where you were most likely to feel effects. And I was kind of fucked up the first night, honestly. And then I was okay, and then I got a decent night's sleep and all was well. And with Pfizer, it was more likely the second shot that made you feel weird. But broadly, I think most people aren't reporting any significant effect from the third shot. But we're all individuals. People are different. There are different reactions in different people. So we'll see. So, Marco, anyone who's more worried about vax side effects versus effects of COVID is whack. Oh, absolutely. And I mean, but we know for a fact, because we have such a huge fucking sample size now, we know the chance of dying from COVID is between 1 in 100 and 1 in 50. There are a whole bunch of variables in different groups, but just broadly, the odds are between 1 in 100 and 1 in 50 of dying. Now, I think the odds of you getting seriously sick, like a bad case of the flu, are like 1 in 3. if you're not vaccinated. If you're vaccinated, that goes way down. But unvaccinated, the chance of feeling like shit, like getting seriously sick, are about 1 in 3. The chances of complications that land you in hospital is about 1 in 10, which is ridiculously high. And yeah, the chances of long-term illness and disability seems to be about somewhere between 1 in 10 and 1 in 5. It's like long COVID fucking sucks, man. So Chris, you had a buddy got mixed Johnson & Johnson, then Moderna booster, and he got kind of sick, but that's serious mixing. Safa, in terms of what you get for the booster, go with the medical advice. There'll be advice like when you're due for a booster, you just tell them, I had 2 Pfizer jabs. They will say the recommendation is bleh. I think the recommendation is to get a different one. I'm not sure though. They'll know, obviously. I think they're going to recommend you get Moderna, but you go to a vaccine center and just say, when you book it, he's going like, I've had 2 Pfizer doses, and they will say, okay, based on your age and your 3rd shot should be bleh. Yeah. Just put my fucking skewer in my mouth. Chris, you're frustrated by people not wanting to vaccinate. Doctors all going, yeah, it's just the people who don't want to get vaccinated. It's a mix of people who are just pieces of shit and people who have unfortunately been victims of gross misinformation. Chris, you were told to get the same, and I'm sure that was the right advice. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not the one giving advice. All I say is you just go in and say, hey, this is me. My first 2 doses were this, and you go with what they say. So if you're hoping a flu jab's better next season, got flu this year, week after your flu jab, damn. Yeah, that's the thing. The flu jab is good, but it's, as I understand it, the way they do it, it's like, okay, we think these strains of the flu are in circulation, so the vaccine protects against them. But there are just so many flu variations going around, and no vaccine's 100% either. So, also, Safa, you probably did not have the flu. You probably had a cold. Flu vaccination doesn't protect you from colds. Influenza fucks you up big time. So you probably had a cold, not influenza. But maybe you had influenza. Oh my God, I'll bring up my stomach flu story. I think it was a variant of swine flu that was going around. Fucking awful, man. At least it was acute. Like it was just really bad for 24, 48 hours. And then I slowly recovered. But actual influenza, fuck. Oh, your whole town had influenza. God damn. Oh, Christ. Now Mimsy's making noise at the door wanting to come in. There's this claw coming around the slide. You are so friggin' annoying, Mimsy. If you can hear the knocking noise, it's Mimsy fucking around with the sliding door. Oh, Chris, yeah, the south of the US and COVID is very disturbing. She's being so annoying. No, I don't think she... No, okay, she's going to come in. All right, she says, fine, I'm coming in. Put some bottles away. Where does this one live? Oh, probably here. Move my Death Squad mezcal. If anyone wastes the cherry, they're permanently disowned. Michael, you talk to Southerners all the time. Very annoyed about how anti-vax their studies. Yeah. Imagine not being an idiot and being stuck in a state where idiots have disproportionate influence. That would friggin' suck. Anyway, I've been for those who don't know, I'm a contractor. I have mostly been a contractor for the last 25 years. I don't even fucking remember. Wait a sec. How old am I? Yeah, 25. Let's say 25 years. I have been a contractor mostly for the last 25 years. There's a very brief period where I had a permanent job, and after about a year, I didn't like it. No, there was 2 years. Then I quit. But my boss wants me to take on a permanent. I've been on contract for 2 years where I am now. My boss wants me to stay. By January, I might be in a permanent role. And then work provides flu jabs, which is nice. So, Micro, in a positive news, old lady gave you a Christmas card after you took her to the airport and there was a $40 tip. That is really nice. That is very positive. Christmas cheer to you, my friend. Says, if we're asking Chris, Civil War never ended with the North-South differences. That might be a slight exaggeration, but I think there's some people who cling to that. There was a funny story I saw someone share today. You know, like there's all those stories about those Confederate statues in the South, and as you go down, there was one that someone had on private property, and so you couldn't do it. You couldn't do anything about it because it was on private property. But it was hilariously, it was, yes, I just typed worst Confederate statue and it came up straight away. It is so badly made. It's terrible. I'm going to share screen. I'm going to share screen so you can see worst Confederate statue. Okay, so the first thing about this one is it's friggin' hilarious because it's so badly made. Like, that guy, just look at him. Look at it. It's so bad. It is so fucking bad. It's the worst, right? So it's extraordinarily badly made. And there's a story I saw today. I'm not 100% sure if it's true, but that the guy who owned the place was dead and his estate's being settled. And part of it was the person who bought the property is like, well, that fucking monstrosity can come down from out. So besides just being bizarrely badly made, apparently it was really badly cast as well. And it's really thin metal, like it's not solid, it's really thin. And when they pushed it off the plinth, it basically collapsed almost like foil because it was so thin. It's such a bad statue, and it's gone now. So yeah, it's like a terrible statue, and apparently it's gone now. If the story I saw today was true. Hello, Mimsy. What are you doing? Look, I moved stuff so you can come and sit on your tree if you want. Do you want to come up here and say hello? Gonna come up here and say hello? What are you doing, you weirdo? I could put a bit of bacon up here. You gonna come up here and say hello to everyone? Come on, come up and say hello. Everyone misses you. Yes, meow. Come up here. Come on. There we go. Oh, there she is. There's Mimsy. Come just say hello. Desperate for some attention, aren't you? Aren't we all? I use social media for it. You just come up to get pats and scratches. Pats and scratches for Mimsy. She's in a weird mood. In a weird mood, aren't you, Mimsy? Being all weird. Being all weird because you're a weird cat. Fish out. Okay, so making these drinks for these lads tonight. I finished a bottle of gin I've been trying to get rid of. No, I'm almost finished a bottle of whiskey, but this is the best, Nova. I've got to get another bottle of Nova. Yeah, she loves getting scratches under your chin. Oh, she's such a big sookie cat. Such a big sookie cat. Look at it. It's ridiculous. Okay, it's now, this is just the cat stream now. Cat stream. Big sookie thing. Is Shieldsy still here? I should drink water. Oh, God. Okay, I put a big stain on my bench here from that red vermouth. That's okay, I got it off. All right. I'm going to have to buy some more. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Big sookie cat? Yes, he's a big sookie cat? Yes. Yes, you are. Oh, Margaret, you keep meeting more Aussies in your part of the world? All right, I'm going to put this bottle away and this bottle away. Well, I've been buying too many bottles and I've got nowhere to put them, so it's kind of good that I empty a couple. So they're like, ooh, I emptied a bottle of gin. Yeah, but I've got 2 bottles of gin arriving in, I don't know, the next week or so. Deliveries are a bit weird at the moment. So far all the Aussies you've met have been nice. The only country where people haven't been a dick to you. Well, you know, that's good. I'm just glad you've had good interactions. Yes, yes, Mimsy. Oh my God. Sometimes she wants to avoid me, and then sometimes she's really sooky and just wants attention. Right, sorry, come. Give me water, fridge. Give me water. Don't make it difficult. I need to drink some water. Ugh, why is it being so difficult, honestly? So, Justin, Missy making a comeback. I assume you're talking Doctor Who? And I, for one, would be well on board with Missy returning to Doctor Who because she was awesome. Ugh. UK Aviator, if you want to shatter your view of Australians, head down to Parliament. Oh, God, no. This is like making fun of the Beetrooter. It's, I don't know. It's a travesty. I'm trying to think of the right word for Barnaby fucking Joyce. It's a travesty that vile piece of shit is one of the most senior political figures in Australia. Deputy Prime Minister, acting Prime Minister when Morrison's out of the country. He's a fucking steaming pile of shit. Safa, no. Missy is an incarnation of the Master that is female. And she's awesome as a character. So, Mark, if you want to leave the US, Australia's top of the list for countries to get into. I like living here. I think it's a great place to live. Oh, now you've upset me, Justin. You're referring to Mimsy. He was talking about you, Mimsy. You're the center of the... I thought you had some gossip about Doctor Who. But no, we're just saying Mimsy's back on the stream. Yeah, I don't know. For the longest time, she didn't want to come in here. So I was just like, I had a bunch of my shit on that tree of hers because she wasn't using it. And Mrs. Angry said, you should move your shit. And I said, well, there's no point. Mimsy doesn't use it anymore. And she says, no, she doesn't use it because your shit's all over it. And I went, no, you got it back to front. My shit's on there because she doesn't use it anymore. And I went, look, I'll prove it. And I took all my shit off. And that same night, Mimsy climbed up on the tree. It's just like, fuck you, Mimsy. Fuck you. Fuck you for making me look stupid. Yes. I'm sketching Mimsy going, fuck you. Oh, dear. Ugh. Oh, God. Somebody's saying Boris has baby doors. Christ knows how many illegitimate children Boris Johnson has. It's fucking wild. Power seriously is an aphrodisiac because Boris Johnson is physically ugly, emotionally ugly, just like he's ugly on the inside. And yes, but for some reason young women want to fuck him. It's like Barnaby Joyce, really. It's fucking weird. It is fucking weird. Wait, Boris has kids. Marco, Boris has fucking illegitimate kids. Boris has just been fucking all over the place. And yeah, it does my head in too. Justin, it's good that Barnaby has to stay out of Australia for having COVID. I mean, I'm just hoping, I just hope he gets sick enough that he has to bow out of public life because he's a fucking abomination. And I sound like I'm joking and hedging when I say, oh, I don't want him to die. But no, I don't wish death on people. That's a really shitty thing to do. I mean, unless we're talking about actual, murderers, genociders, that type of thing. But I don't know. I think it would be a win for humanity if the Beetrooter got severe enough COVID that he had to retire from public life. Because it's a fucking travesty that he has a role in public life. It's a fucking abomination. Yeah, Boris got COVID last year. Was in intensive care for a little while, but recovered. Trump was the weird one because Trump was a candidate to fucking die from COVID. Old, morbidly obese, but then they just pumped him full of every experimental thing under the sun. The end result of which could have been his heart exploding, but it worked and he recovered. I mean, that was such a huge fucking gamble that they just pumped him full of fucking everything. Man, that would have been wild if he died. That just would have been freak city with all these freak supporters saying it was a conspiracy and he was murdered. Because no matter when Trump dies, Trump could just pop his clogs at any second. He's old and unhealthy. He could pop his clogs at any second of completely natural causes. And his lunatic fan base, no matter what the circumstance of Trump's death, these lunatics would claim conspiracy in some form. I like that musical elevator. No chance of Trump's heart exploding because he doesn't have one. And yes, after that time he did that press thing and he was clearly high as a fucking kite with the medications they had him on. But, I don't know. The world, I've stopped trying to make sense of the world. Sorry, what did I do, Marco? What can't you wait for? Sorry, I was rambling and saying different things. Daniel Granule on Twitch, how you doing, man? You're going to be high as a kite. That's a song lyric, isn't it? Going to be high as a kite by then? I don't know. Justin, remember when the White House doctor who's been with multiple presidents said Trump was quite healthy? There she goes. Okay. Yeah, it's very weird. The various medical persons who said stuff about Trump being healthy, which was blatantly untrue, just for PR. Oh yes, Daniel, it's Rocket Man by Elton John. I knew I recognized the lyric, I just couldn't place it. And wasn't that a fun movie? The pseudo biopic of Elton John, Rocket Man. That was kind of fun. Oh, Micro, there you go. Trump's death and his weird supporters. You never thought about it, but you definitely see it. No, literally, no matter what happens. And of course, Trump will die. We all will die at some point. Trump will die, possibly sooner rather than later. But no matter what the circumstances of his death, his insane fan base will think it's a conspiracy. Daniel, oh, you just had a chill stream. Nice, man. Very, very nice. Yeah, Daniel, I quite enjoyed the Rocket Man movie. I didn't realize it was going to kind of sort of be a musical when I went to see it. And it does that stage musical thing of having fantasy sequences on the semi-regular. So there's this bit where it's like a straight dramatic film, and then there's a musical fantasy sequence. I liked it. I thought it was interesting. So, Justin, the White House doctor had some credibility because he served multiple presidents. Yeah, but it's part of the system. Part of the system. And again, that White House doctor, remember that really weird-looking guy? Like the guy who literally looked like a caricature, looked like someone who sells drugs to high school students out the back of a van. And he made ridiculous statements in the lead up to Trump's election, like Donald Trump may be the healthiest presidential candidate in history, which was clearly objectively fucking horseshit. And the world we live in is just so fucking strange. That just happened. And it's like, oh my God. Blur, hello. How you doing? We just got in with you. What is it? Ooh, 9:48. Last 10 minutes. Okay. Just drinking some water. All right, so I have no idea how long the lads next door are staying. They seem trustworthy. It's like I can leave and go to bed and leave my booze unguarded. They seem trustworthy. Oh yeah, Daniel. That weird thing about him with cherry picking doctors to push ivermectin. It's just so friggin' weird. So weird. So very, very weird. It's just I kind of feel like the world has degenerated in the last 10 years. And I, for one, blame social media, Facebook specifically. Oh dear. I literally just blanked on his name for a second. Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg, greatest monster of the 21st century. Possibly an exaggeration. That's possibly an exaggeration. He's a piece of shit, though. He is a fucking piece of shit. He is a shamelessly lying, self-absorbed piece of shit. Oh, what's that, Blue? Yesterday you were messing about with Arduino. Big brain stuff. Wow. Okay. Cool. And yes, Justin, I too am shocked that people were self-administering horse dewormer thinking it would protect them from COVID, which is so fucking weird. Yeah, Micro, I'm with you. Social media's progressively become worse, more cancerous over the years. When I think about not having the internet, I feel sad. Even though you can come up with an extremely long list of horrible things that wouldn't have happened if the internet didn't exist, I still feel sad at the idea of not having internet. But I don't know. Blur, see, you're saying the idiots will inject soldering flux next. I don't think there's anything too extreme. They do really fucking stupid shit. Like, okay, pre-ivermectin, there was, this thing of, hydroxychloroquine, that might work. And because there was some research, maybe it would. It doesn't. But there was some research. And there were those people who found there was an ingredient similar to hydroxychloroquine in, I think it was like gravel for aquariums. It was something to do with aquariums or something that cleaned aquariums. And yeah, so these people ate it and died. It's ridiculous. Yes, I think you are right. Justin Zuckerberg wants to become virtual dictator for the metaverse. But that whole metaverse thing is just horseshit. Literally none of it's ever going to happen because it's stupid. It's just stupid as fuck. It's just some ridiculous fucking bullshit. And I don't know exactly why Zuckerberg is pushing something that is such obviously bullshit, but it's what he's doing, so who fucking knows? Oh, injecting bleach, Blur. There's a long history of people injecting bleach or doing bleach enemas, or just thinking that, well, if bleach kills germs on the outside, surely it kills germs on the inside. Oh, we're declaring it's time for another drink, are we? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We are here to ask, what is creme de?
Creme de menthe. It is a
Creme de menthe.
yeah, creme de menthe
That's how
is
it's pronounced.
de menthe. Yes, we're going to be French. Going to be French. Creme de menthe is a mint flavor. So we're talking about the grasshopper at this point. That's a dessert cocktail. It's a creamy, minty.
It is his executive decision.
Executive decision.
It's his executive decision.
Yeah. So, Michael, what's the metaverse? If you want your brain to melt, I think the video is still available online of Zuckerberg doing this ridiculous presentation about the metaverse, and it's bullshit and it's terrible. It's
even change the name, right?
It's the worst. It's the worst. So we're looking at what's banana split with nuts, flying grasshopper, creme de menthe.
Yeah, the hand on the face.
Okay, it's not going to be. I just realized I put stuff on there that I don't have anymore, but I can improvise.
What's your pick, my friend?
Well, now I know what creme de
Creme de menthe is basically a minty, desserty drink. That one.
What is? I'm guessing creme de cacao has something to do with chocolate.
Chocolate. Yes, that is a chocolate liqueur. Yes.
Banana. Nuts.
They're close to one. They're close to one.
I like the idea of banana with nuts, just because.
Yeah, no, the banana split with nuts is good.
I don't have banana liquor on the face.
It's actually pretty good. The banana liqueur I've got.
I'm assuming it's like slightly sweet considering it's banana.
Oh no, it's quite sweet. It's like 50% sugar. It's very sweet. It's very sweet. So when you have a banana and a chocolate and a macadamia liqueur, it's quite sweet.
So this drink is like predominantly a sweet one compared to the other ones, though.
Yeah. So no, if you had that either the grasshopper or the banana split, much sweeter.
Okay.
Because they're mostly liqueurs. And then liqueurs are like mostly sugar.
Because the you're putting cacao, it's pretty much chocolate, right? So
Yeah.
The before chocolate, right?
Yeah.
The sugars and, banana liquor, which is banana plus liquor, which
Yes.
is too sweet.
Yeah. So that's a few sweet things, and although I did say vodka there, I'd probably do it with white rum. But
What's the actual difference? Just asking because I'm curious.
For which? Sorry.
Because I know like vodka and rum are two different things.
Vodka tends to be a grain spirit. It's supposed to be neutral, supposed to basically have no taste.
Yeah.
Whereas white rum is distilled from sugarcane products.
Okay.
So has a bit more flavor, has a bit more character. But yes, so
I guess vodka's more like a neutral thing where you can just pretty much mix it with whatever flavor.
It's basically you put vodka with stuff that is not alcoholic that you want the flavors of. So you go, oh, I've got nice flavors and I'm getting drunk. We're doing banana with nuts?
Yes.
All right. All right, I'm going to... Okay. Even though... Okay.
Oh, would you like me to rinse the glasses?
Yeah, you rinse your glasses. I'll put them in there. I'm going to rinse the shaker because I'm going to shake this one. I am, even though it's not on the menu, I think I'm going to put a little bit of lime juice in it just for balance. Make it a bit better.
Yeah, the drinks have been really good, so thank you for making them.
Good. No, it's fun. I don't mind. So,
do you think of garnishes specifically
all right.
Like your garnish.
Banana liqueur. Macadamia liqueur will be somewhere here. No, it's okay, gold. Where's the macadamia liqueur? Oh no, it's staring me in the face. Good job. Good job. We might do Jimmy rum. Actually visited this distillery just a couple of weeks ago. Nice people.
Can I take a look at the bottle?
Yeah, that's just out on the Mornington Peninsula,
Oh, yeah.
Dramana. So, nice people.
Right.
And the
I used to straight up. I used to
cow.
have like one bite of banana.
And, right. This has more character than a lot of white rums do. Like, got very sort of fun flavors. Right, gonna put a little bit of lime juice in just to brighten it up. Okay. All right. Oh god, I'm gonna rinse that. It's bright red because it had the sweet vermouth in it.
Yeah, like I'm kind of curious as well because I was just thinking, right? Like, if you had like any drink, you could drink, what's your like most favorite? Your go-to. Kind of
My current favorite cocktail is called a Woodson and Ford.
Yeah.
I have a bottled version. Actually, give me a little glass while I make this. Yeah. I still got water in it.
I can just give you.
There we go.
All right.
That's my current favorite cocktail.
Do you drink it by itself or do you?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
this is mixed. This is rum.
Oh, it's already mixed like a.
This is a mixed cocktail I've made.
That's a nice smell, Joe.
Yeah, no, it's my favorite. It's rum and apple brandy and sweet vermouth and herbal liqueur.
Okay.
So
Breakfast mother.
so that's my current favorite cocktail.
I really like the aftertaste of it.
Yeah. No, it's got a whole thing going on.
Yeah, for sure.
I discovered that earlier this year, and I really like it. All right, so we are doing. Man, that's good.
Describe what the word like the aftertaste is. Like kind of like liquid nitrogen, like the feel of liquid nitrogen.
Yeah.
In your mouth.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to go from there, but that's what I.
Yeah.
What the aftertaste is.
Here, smell this one.
Very fresh, very like.
Yeah, it's got sort of almost fruit flavors in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. A lot more character than a lot of white rums have. All right, so it's white rum, banana. Okay, Mimsy's getting all the attention over there by the sounds of it. All right.
They're holding the cat hostage.
No, she loves it. She loves it. Micro, you're off to work. Thanks, man, for dropping in. See you later. Blur, you're in 24 Celsius in the room with 44% humidity. Enjoying the essential. Right, crème de cacao.
Could easily just.
And macadamia. I feel like I haven't had anything with this macadamia liqueur for a long time, actually.
We just saw that on the shelf. We were just like, that looks pretty good.
It is. It really is. It comes from Byron Bay in New South Wales. Macadamia and wattle seed. It's really good. Using what's the Italian one that everyone puts in? And it's almond based. Amaretto. So I use this as a substitute for amaretto. Now I'm going to put a little bit of lime juice in, even though it wasn't on the menu, because I think that will brighten it up.
Doesn't it say that on the list?
No, but
Off the cuff.
I just think because it's all tropical flavors in there, a little bit of lime juice will brighten it up.
Shaken.
Yeah, and I'm going to shake this one.
Yeah, shake it.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Yeah, don't want to throw my shoulders out, so I keep going. You shake it until it's like painfully cold to hold the
Okay.
metal shaker.
Is that a sort of like measurement for how we shake it, or?
Kind of, yeah. It's a thing. It's like, okay, this is now too cold to hold. It's probably chilled.
Okay.
So, what am I putting in that? I could put it in that one, but you know.
I like the color of it.
Yeah, it looks like
Kind of gives me the color reminds me of pina colada a little bit.
Yeah. Just trying to get the same in each one. That was pretty close. All right.
That's good.
Close enough.
There we go.
Gosh.
Dessert. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I put a
Chill.
piece of pineapple in it.
Some tropical feeling.
Piece of pineapple. You've got plenty of pineapple.
Got plenty of. Do you want to cut a piece of pineapple and fit the whole tropical vibe that's going on? Tommy Fivetone, hello. The fish rock thing. Can you say Darwin Award? I'm not even sure what you mean, man, but I'm kind of okay with that. Chris, up late for a work night. Oh, it's just gone 10. And again, these young folk here surprised me with a another. What the hell is my phone doing for real?
Good luck.
There we go. Got my phone sorted. That's your banana split with nuts and with a pineapple garnish. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I don't like banana.
No, we're putting a pineapple garnish in.
Yes, thank you very much.
Just decided all your drinks needed garnishes tonight. So, yeah.
Is it extra? As we said,
Fancy.
There's a bit of extra.
It is. Garnishes are a little bit extra. Yeah.
Cheers.
Abigail, well, it's not public holiday, but I know at least one of you is a shift at work tomorrow. But,
This kid.
this one's got to work. Yeah, got a shift at work tomorrow.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I've got
Good luck with that.
I've got work
It's
tomorrow.
fine. I've dealt with worse, like hangovers, so it's all good.
What's that? Guys, are you drinking ice?
Joe, there's a little taste of the drink still in there.
Okay.
Right. I think this took the top one. I think this is the best one so far.
Yeah, a little dessert one to round off.
Well, this is
Yeah.
really good, but maybe because I do like bananas, like
Yeah.
things a lot. So, but damn, this is good.
Yeah. A dessert one's a good one to round off an evening, and that's a good desserty one.
No one's here. No one else is going to get the reference. But
No, that's you guys. That's fine. That's
the
all good.
anime will watch.
Oh right, yes. No, I thought it's going to be something like that or a game or something. Cheers, guys. So, Tommy, you're on your job, but late for your time, so you can drink with you. Yeah, well, it's just past 10, which is my normal sign off. So sorry, just a second, and I'll be back here in a sec. Oh, shit. Are we just gonna leave that? Go to bed, or... Yeah, that seems fine. All right, so because it's just a couple of them, you're all trustworthy. I'm gonna go to bed and not jealously guard my booze collection, as opposed to like when young Mr. Angry had like half a dozen people here, and they're all be right. I thought I'm staying up till they're all gone, which ended up with me staying up till 3 a.m., which was exhausting. But I'm going to go to bed because I think they're okay. So, Tommy, you're at 3 a.m., man. Knock back a drink, man. Go to bed. All right, so I am going to go to bed and be back for party night tomorrow night, I guess. Going into the city tomorrow. It's a work Christmas lunch thingy. Probably going to catch up with Annette and say hi. And in fact, Abigail, I might message you about something as well. But I'll do that offline. Well, it's going to be online. I'll do that outside of this stream. So I'm off. Thanks, Tommy. I love you too. And Safa, good advice. Don't get COVID. No one get COVID. That's good advice. I'm going to go to bed. And all things being equal, we'll be back for party night stream tomorrow night. And we shall see how that goes. But good evening, you fine people. See you another time. And I will say bye for now.